They will test you, not once, not twice, but again and again until your heart either shatters or sharpens. The world doesn't ask for permission to throw its chaos at your feet. It doesn't knock politely. It kicks down the door of your peace with headlines, failures, fake friends, financial stress, and whispers of your own doubt. And in that moment, you have a choice. One so small, so subtle, that most never even realize it's theirs to make. You can react, or you can rise. You can let the world push your buttons, or you can rip the whole control panel out and build your own. This is the power no one teaches in school, the power that makes leaders magnetic and legends immortal. It's the ability to rule your mind before your mind rules you. Napoleon Hill didn't whisper his secrets in a world of silence. He shouted them into the storm. He studied men like Carnegie and Ford not because they were lucky, but because they understood something most never grasp. Reactive people stay slaves. Proactive people become kings. You must understand this if you want to escape the invisible prison that traps the masses. Every reaction you give feeds the thing you hate. Every time you flinch at criticism, every time you scroll to numb the pain, every time you explode in anger, you are handing your power over to something external, and what you give power to owns you. But there is another path, one forged by deliberate men and women who refuse to be dictated by impulse. A mind ruled by emotion is a ship without a captain, adrift, vulnerable, easily capsized. But a mind governed by intent, by discipline, by vision, becomes unstoppable. You don't need to become emotionless. You need to become immovable. Picture a lion. When flies buzz around its face, does it swat in panic? Does it roar in fury? No. It blinks. It watches. It knows it is not here to chase gnats. It is here to rule the savannah. You too must learn the sacred art of stillness in chaos, not the absence of movement, but the presence of mastery. The world will always try to provoke you, because if it can provoke you, it can predict you, and if it can predict you, it can control you. So you must become unpredictable, stoic in fire, calm in betrayal, centered when they expect you to break. This doesn't come from mantras. It doesn't come from a vision board. It comes from mental conditioning. From sitting with your pain long enough to study it, from holding your own fear in your hands and saying, "You don't drive this vehicle, I do." Carnegie knew it. Edison embodied it. When they were ridiculed, bankrupted, sabotaged, they didn't fold. They adjusted their crowns. They understood that the world bends to those who master their inner world first. And mastering your inner world begins with one brutal truth. You are not your thoughts. You are the architect behind them, the observer, the commander. If your mind is a battlefield, then awareness is your weapon and discipline is your shield. But you've been trained to react, to flinch, to scroll, to distract, to complain, to defend. The masses do this not because they are weak, but because they are unconscious. The first act of sovereignty is tossing to wake up, to interrupt the automatic, to say, wait, why am I triggered? Who benefits from my outrage? You will find that most of your reactions were never yours to begin with. They were programmed by the media, by your upbringing, by your environment. And the moment you realize that, you become dangerous, because now you have a choice. And in that choice lies the beginning of all freedom. Freedom isn't absence of difficulty. It's command over your own response to difficulty. Think of Lincoln, buried in war, pressure, assassination threats, loss, yet his mind remained a fortress. Why? Because he knew if he broke on the inside, the nation would fall on the outside. That's the kind of responsibility you must carry for your life. No one is coming to hand you calm. No one is handing out inner peace on a silver platter. You either build it or you live without it. You either shape your emotions or they will shape your downfall. But how? You start by slowing down, by watching your reactions like a scientist. Every moment of anger, every spike of anxiety, don't resist it. Observe it. Where did it come from? What does it feed on? Trace it to the root, because beneath every reaction is a belief. And behind every belief is a decision you made or accepted without question. If you can change that belief, you can change your entire world. But that requires courage. The kind of courage that doesn't roar. The kind that sits in silence and dares to tell the truth. Why does this bother me? Ask it. Ask it relentlessly. Ask it in traffic, in heartbreak, in rejection. And you'll begin to see patterns. You'll see that most of your reactions stem not from the moment, but from the meaning you attach to the moment. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Your mind screams disrespect. But is it disrespect, or is it just your ego demanding significance? Someone ignores your message. Your chest tightens. But is it rejection, or is it your fear of being invisible resurfacing? You see, to rule your mind, you must reclaim the meaning behind the moment. This is the secret the wise have passed down through centuries. Marcus Aurelius wrote it. Hill taught it. You must live it. No one controls how you interpret the world except you. Not your boss, not your parents, not the economy. You. And the moment you reclaim that, you begin to rewrite your story, not as a victim of your environment, but as a sovereign of your soul. They may throw insults. Let them. They may try to provoke a reaction. Let them. You are not here to bark at every dog that barks at you. You are here to build an empire with your mind as the throne.